up so that Sam, I know there's maybe one or two other races from the meeting that you might want to touch on, or a couple of other runners that might have caught your eye. But I guess we can quickly take a look at the Thousand Guineas going day and the betting market there. You have Santa Barbara, the 6-4 favorite. Pretty Gorgeous is 4-1. Alcohol Free 7-1. Mother Earth 9-1. Sacred 10-1, and everything else is 12-1 or bigger. Interesting field, once again dominated by O'Brien, combination of Aidan and Joseph. Once again, they have the first two in the betting. Sam, what's your selection for this race?
I kind of just think Aidan O'Brien's done an absolute number on the market with this one, with his comments about Santa Barbara. I don't know if you've seen him, but basically he came out when a load of his horses were in the gallops, and basically said that Santa Barbara is absolutely dominating every horse that it's galloping against. Lo and behold, triggered a massive gamble on Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is now looking, like you say, a 6-4 favorite. Just looking at that horse, it's first time in England. It's race 1, 1-1 in a maiden at the Curragh. So we have no idea, fundamentally. We're going off the back of what Aidan O'Brien says. So it's pretty impossible to assess. May have an absolute star there. But what's interesting about Aidan O'Brien in the Guineas is the horses that are high in the market sometimes aren't the ones that actually end up winning. And that's classic O'Brien, right? The amount of times he'll talk up a horse, not really talk down another horse, just won't talk about it, and it'll be there. So slightly different, but last year, Love, he wasn't lauding too much. Beat Quadrilateral was very much the horse people were talking about. Hermosa, when it won as well, was the outsider. The outsider Billingston Brook beat the favorite for O'Brien happily the years before. But one of the ones that really hit me betting wise was when Rhododendron lost to Winter about 4 years ago. And these are just the most recent Guineas, the Thousand Guineas. So I'm really not a fan of when Aidan O'Brien talks up a horse in this race.
And before you make your selection, I guess it's worth walked it up and said that it's never really been put to the test in at home, and that everything it's raced against is looked better and quicker. But he then tempered expectations slightly by following that with that saying it is only her second run, and running down Newmarket on quickish ground, she will be green.
This is the problem with the Guineas, right? We're looking at the start of the flat season with young horses that, if they have run beforehand, wouldn't have run in anything fantastic. So they're going to be unexposed, and you usually with the Guineas have a potential star to follow for the flat season as well. Like look at Love from last season, so good. But kind of taking all that into fact, I can't back a 6-4 that's unexposed like that. So for me, Frank's raised the point about looking at horses that maybe have got the most proven experience or what they've got going on. And for me, the most proven horse in this race is Pretty Gorgeous. It won the Fillies at Newmarket, the Fillies Mile in October. And as I mentioned, like Wembley, it's exactly the same course. It's a straight mile at Newmarket. So it's the exact course and distance it needs for the Thousand Guineas. It's in some of the races, including that Fillies Mile, it's run against many of the opponents in this race. And so for me, I'm not finding too much value in 4-1, but considering the money going in for the O'Brien horses, I think we might see it drift slightly. So I think it may go off at about 5s. So for me, Pretty Gorgeous is the bet for me in the Thousand Guineas. I'm just not a fan of what O'Brien does to this race. Sometimes he can really throw you on what the horse is, and then the one that actually wins when it comes to it. So Pretty Gorgeous for me.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you actually. And Santa Barbara may turn out may just romp home. There's every chance, but to me, there's too many unknowns to back a horse at 6-4, particularly in a race that has thrown up so many surprises in recent years. As you mentioned, you've had winners at 25-1, winners at 66-1. So I would be just mildly concerned that such an inexperienced horse is at such a short price. And I'd be more tempted, you can get Pretty Gorgeous at 4-1. There are plenty of bookmakers offering each way terms of 1-4. So you can basically be in a situation where Pretty Gorgeous can just place and you win your money back. And even just the place price is not too far off what Santa Barbara is just to win. So for that reason, Santa Barbara may well be the best horse in the race. It may well turn into a superstar, and this may be its kind of coming out party, so to speak. But um, I think I would be hesitant. I don't think anyway I would have a strong play on this race just because it does have a tendency to throw up surprises, and there is such a short price favorite. Any play I did have would be picking one of the next 4 or 5 horses in the betting and just going each way. And that's the nice thing about a lot of online bookers, right? There's place only markets, and those would tempt me more than Santa Barbara at 6-4. So if you're out there, I would much rather be place only on Pretty Gorgeous or place only on Alcohol Free than I would be on Santa Barbara to win. But yes, Pretty Gorgeous will be my selection, but more from a place only or perspective than actually outright winning it.
Yeah, I agree with both you guys said. If Santa Barbara is as good as O'Brien says, then it's not. But I think Eddie makes the most obvious point is even if it wins, you can still take a horse each way and make more money than having Santa Barbara win. So I see little benefit to really going all in on Santa Barbara. I really do like Pretty Gorgeous. I think that's a great pick. Joseph O'Brien is really, really high on it. I actually just listened to an interview this morning with him, and he says it's in great form. So I think that's a really good pick. I'm going to go next down the line with Alcohol Free, which I think is the best of the. And it's done nothing wrong in its 4 starts, and it's coming off a race already, having won a grade 3 this year. So I think that's really nice is you're not, like Eddie said, shaking off the cobwebs, and you're not worried about whether it's matured from 2 to 3. It's already been proven it has. And it won a grade 1 last year. It beat a lot. Its only loss, it then ended up beating Happy Romance anyway. So I think that was just kind of a fluke that it even lost that one. So you're potentially looking at a horse that could be 4 for 4. So I think at 7-1, that's a really good value. We got Oshie Murphy on board. So, I think I'd rather take that and in each way than take Santa Barbara to win.